welcome to my channel. I hope you guys had a great new year and a wonderful holiday season. I sure did. I'm a little nervous. I haven't filmed a video in a few weeks, mainly because I wanted to take a break and reorganize my life basically, and just really get down to business of what I want to do, and that's kind of what I did. For this week's video, I thought I'd do a little haul, not just a thrift haul like I normally do, but also a little haul of some items that I've collected over the past couple of months from other vintage shops that I really love. So I'm going to start off with some items that I've gotten from other vintage shops. So I have a lot of vintage t-shirts that I've gotten from this one shop called Ded Harvest. My friend actually owns the shop. I thought I'd share them with you guys because I really like what she finds. I just have this Grand Canyon ringer, and she actually found quite a lot of these. So if you like this Grand Canyon ringer, you could check out her Etsy and you can find it there. And then I also got this Bryce Canyon ringer as well. I don't think she has these ones because there weren't as many of these, so I think these are just long gone. I really like this one as well. I like it more than the Grand Canyon one. It has little squirrels on it, so it's very dandy. And then I also got this Oak Grove Fire Dixie National Forest, Utah. It's super soft and comfy. And then he's chasing a Roadrunner, and then the Roadrunner is going beep beep, and then the little rat thing is going beep beep my ass. I actually wore it to work a couple times, and then I realized it said beep beep my ass on it, and I was like, I probably shouldn't wear that at work. And then I also got this Coors Winter Carnival 1988 long sleeve little vintage t-shirt from her as well. And then the last t-shirt just says I struck gold, and it has like a little miner with a pickaxe and like a burrow. You can't see it that well, but it's a nice one. I also got these pants from her, and they have like these flags on them, and they're kind of like bell bottoms, and they fit very nicely on my body. So this shirt I got from Uncle Dad Vintage. He always has really great vintage t-shirts, and this one just has a little buffalo on it, and it's Meisterbra, and it's Royal Order Bison Lodge. I don't know what that is. On the back it says Brew Break D's Bar, Jamestown, New York. I've been wanting a Roy Rogers button up, and I found one. Usually when I do see them, they're really teeny tiny for like little boys, or they're kind of expensive, but I found this one and it was on this Etsy site. I'll put the Etsy site. It was on sale and it was a good price. So I also got this Coors kind of ringer type shirt, and I really love it. I love the sleeves mainly, and I wore this to the Long Beach flea market and I got so many compliments on it. It's just a good vintage t-shirt, and I forgot the name of this Etsy site, but I'll show it here to let you guys know. I bought this felt pennant flag that says in the Redwoods Prairie Creek State Park from Mama Tried Vintage. I really like felt pennants. I'm trying to collect more of them, especially of places that I've been. I haven't really been to this state park. I've been to the Redwoods though. So I also got another felt pennant from Ransack Vintage. They actually also have a shop in Oceanside. If you're ever in Oceanside, California, you can go check out their shop. I've never checked it out, but it is something I want to do. And it's just this Colorado one. I really liked it because it was very westerny. It was very western. So that's why I got this one. So I have quite a few things from this vintage shop because I really like the things that she sells. The first thing I got from her was this Star Wars Return of the Jedi little kids ringer, but it fits me, so I really like it. It's one of my favorite vintage tees, and I will never get rid of it, just letting y'all know. Come to my estate sale in like 50 years, then you can have it. So I got this shirt from Bad Omen Vintage, and she has an Instagram shop, so if you want to check out some of the things she has, she always has really cute things. She also gave me this cute little Coors pin. She knows I like to collect vintage beer memorabilia type things. And then another thing I got from her shop is this 60s, like 1968, I believe. What do you call these things? Like high school sweater. It's made out of wool and it has like little stripes on it. It also apparently had like patches on this side. I'm assuming the owner before it probably took them off to keep for themselves because, you know, memories, but they didn't want to keep this, I guess. The person who owned it was R. Crumbly. Love that last name. Crumbly. Can I have that last name? I want to be called Crumbly. Mrs. Crumbly. Sorry. It's made by Dehem Knitting Co. And it also has an L. The L is probably for the school, I'm guessing, but my name is Lee, so Lee starts with an L. It's just meant to be. I also got this Olympia beer tray off of her as well. When I used to live in Utah, I used to buy Olympia beer all the time. It was my favorite. I also used to buy Rainier as well out there. And in California, those two beers just don't exist. And also, the owner of Bad Omen Vintage was so kind and gifted me this little Olympia salt and pepper little shaker. It doesn't have its little buddy. I wonder what happened to the buddy. I hope he's okay. I hope he didn't break. This item isn't vintage, but I just thought I'd show this little small business because I really enjoy the stuff they make. I just got this little, they call it a lingerie set, but it doesn't really look like lingerie. I feel like you could just wear this out and about. I loved Solstice intimate stuff for years now. I think I followed them like right when I got out of college, so that was in 2015, and I feel like a lot of people know about them now because they're a little bit more popular, but they're still a small business. They still make everything by hand in America, which is really nice. It's made of velvet and it fits very nicely, and the top is embroidered with like mushrooms and flowers. And then I got something from an estate sale. I got these bowling shoes. They actually came with a bowling bag and a bowling ball. The shoes fit me and they're very cute. I don't really want to wear them bowling. I just think they're very interesting style. I think they're from the 70s. They're also made in USA and they're by Brunswick. And then these next few items I got from an antique shop. I just got this little postcard. It looks like a very old postcard and it hasn't been used, so that's kind of cool. I've been wanting to collect old pictures lately of just people because I think it's fascinating. Think of the story behind the picture, who took it, who's behind the camera. Also at that antique shop, I found this little squirrel painting and the person is F. Hammock, and they painted it in 1983. I just thought it was a very cute, very nicely well painted painting of a squirrel on a piece of wood. And then I really like this thing. If you didn't know, I love Smokey Bear because he just reminds me of the outdoors. He reminds me of camping, and those are some of the things I absolutely love doing. I just found this Smokey Says Only You Can Prevent Forest Fires. It has Smokey Bear on it, and it's a water bag. And on the back it says Palm brand water bags, saturated before using for fresh, cool drink. And it has a little cork. Pop off the cork and you can put your water in there. I wouldn't do that because I don't really know how old this water bag is. Anyways, I like this. So now we're gonna move on to things I found at the thrift store, or my favorite things I've thrifted lately. We're gonna start with clothes. I've been wanting to find like one of these leather fringe vests, and I found one and it fits me, so that's really exciting. The only problem is that it's a little broken. Stitch that up and it will be all nice and fine and dandy. And then in the kids section, I found this little button-up t-shirt for a child, and it's by Saddlehorn. I'm pretty positive it's from the 70s just based off the color, and on the back it says, "I'm a Yankee Doodle bowler." So I found this like romper type thing, one of those towel type rompers that were popular in like the 70s, and it fits very nicely. I just envision myself sitting by the pool drinking a daiquiri, and you know. So I also found this little knitted tank top, and it's by Campus Casuals. I'm pretty positive it's from the 70s as well, and it just has these little flying geese on it. Once you go down, the geese turn into fish. It kind of reminds me of like MC Escher. I did not find this sweater at the thrift store. My friend Brittany actually found this sweater at the thrift store, and it's by Jersild sportswear. And then another sweater that I found, it's a cheerleading sweater. It's just a very nice sweater. It says Eagles on it. It's by Lana Lee of California, made in USA. I really like the back as well. It's just a nice little pattern. I've actually been finding quite a few overalls. I found a pair of Sears Roebucks, and I also found a pair of like Sanforized overalls, and then I also found these Washington DC ones, and it's also Sanforized. They're just made in USA, and they're just really nice overalls, and I really like them. They fit pretty well. Now I'm going to show you guys some shoes that I found. I found these Joseph little strappy shoes, and honestly I think they're from the 50s. Just based off of the style that they are, and they also have like the little tippy taps, you know, the little metal tippy taps on them. So I'm not a huge fan of designer brands, but I saw these shoes at the thrift store and I just really liked the style of them. I thought they were very cute, and then I noticed that they're Escada, and they're vintage Escada from, I would say, the 80s. Based off of the style. They're made in Italy. They're super nicely made. The one problem I have about these, they kind of make a farting noise when you walk. I also found this suede hat that is from Australia. It's handmade in Australia, and it's Dingo, Australia. I don't know if it's vintage or not, but it's just very nicely made, and I really like the style of it, and it fits me. It's so hard finding hats that actually fit me because I have a really teeny head. I don't know what's wrong with my head. And then I also found this little carpet bag. I've been really into carpet bags. I have quite a few already, and I found this one. It kind of lost its structure over time. It still has the price tag in there. Let's just take that out. And it's by Classy USA. Alright, now I'll move on to some little knickknacks I found at the thrift store. So I've been really into these little serving plate metal trays that are like supposed to be souvenir type things. This one's dusty. This one's just Yellowstone National Park, and I love Yellowstone. I've been quite a few times. I thought this would be nice to put in my house. And then I also found this North Dakota one. This one's just really pretty. I really like the flowers. I also found these like little woodland critters. This one's just of a deer, and then this one's of a rabbit that looks very angry. They're kind of creepy looking, honestly, but I think that's what I liked about them so much. I got this hanging starlight that's mid-century. It's a nice little light. It lights up, you can click it, and I like the star type style, very mid-century. Something else that's kind of dusty that I haven't cleaned yet. I found this globe, and I've been wanting to find a nice globe, and this one's just very nicely well made, and I liked how the globe wasn't blue. I like globes, but a lot of the ones I come across at their store are blue, and I don't like that. I like how this one's kind of like just tan, monochrome, not too crazy, and the base is actual wood, so that's nice, and then this part is metal instead of like plastic. So alright, so that was all of my favorites from the thrift store that I've collected in the past couple of months. Also, those were all the items that I collected from little vintage shops that I've really been loving lately. And I hope you guys kind of liked this kind of haul where I support smaller owned vintage shops and small businesses as well. I hope you guys enjoy that because I really enjoy supporting them. I also hope you guys will stick around with me this year. I have a lot of plans going on in my head of what I want to do, and I'm very excited about it. Enjoy this little journey with me, and I hope you guys have a great day. Later.